Hello, guten Tag, guten Morgen, Ohio, my dear friends. So today it will be kind of a different episode. So what we're gonna do today, we're gonna meet with Phil. He's the owner of Rio's Garage, the YouTube channel, and he got an amazing GTR that we're gonna check out, as well as we will check if we have the possibility to make a little cruise together. Today it's a little bit colder and it's a little bit cloudy, so let's see what we will have there. And until then, I hope you enjoy the ride in the Supra. Okay guys, so we made it finally with the Supra and with Phil. So we're gonna check out your GTR today.
Right.
And I would say we're gonna go right away to the garage and we're gonna show us the car. Let's go. Cool. Ikimashou.
Run when you hear that. You better run when you hear that. I said run when you hear that.
The first thing is, why GTR?
I just fell in love with the car when I was young. I just love it. I've seen Fast and Furious, I've seen Gran Turismo driving the car. It was just amazing. And I fell in love with Leon's car, the yellow one. I wanted to get it, but I didn't know how, I didn't know where the car was. And then 5 years ago, I started to understand importing and what's about it. And then I started to get into it more.
Okay, so you directly imported them from Japan, or because some of them are importing them from the UK.
Yeah.
But their quality-wise, let me say it this way: you get better cars in Japan.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I mean, Japan also has quite of rusty cars, especially when you go to the north. There's a lot of salt on the roads, and they didn't care about protecting the car. So I didn't get the car by myself from Japan. It was already here. It came in 2016 and I bought it in 2019.
Okay, cool. So I would love to go a bit around the car, maybe show us more about the details.
Of course.
What would be interesting for me, I mean guys, I'm going to show you this GTR, okay? So this looks absolutely amazing. So which modifications did you do to the car?
So basically, the car was in a pretty rough shape when I got it. It had no engine, no transmission, and no exhaust on it.
Okay.
There was a little bit of rust too. So when I bought the car, it was completely outside. The paint was very, worn.
Okay.
And so I contacted TJ Imports, who's a big importer in Germany, and he's also specializing in tuning these cars.
Cool.
And he built the complete engine, new transmission, new exhaust, and that's basically it.
Okay, cool. So you invested a lot then?
It was okay. Yeah, to be honest, the car was fairly cheap, and the engine was. It's a base RB26. It's nothing. No 2.7 stroke, no 2.8. It's twin turbo still, because of the German police. It's the biggest turbos for the low mount I can do. So that's why I'm running those. And I mean, it's a very basic setup.
So maybe we should explain to people that we have so many regulations for tuning or importing cars in Germany that we have to be very strict to law, otherwise the police will take away your license plates. It's not the license plates, it's the sticker on the license plate,
Yeah.
right?
They take your car too.
Yeah, they take your car too as
Yeah.
well. And so this is the reason why we have to be very strict to the law, that we don't get any trouble with the police or with the officers itself,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, true.
Okay. That's a hell of an engine.
It is. It looks still impressive after 30 years, yeah.
Yeah, it's, for me, I think the most aha effect I had when I was in Daikoku and I pop up the hood and it was completely in silver. Or the Midori ones in green, right?
Yeah, true.
But it's still, even if it's a red one, it's a usual RB26, it's still super impressive. Right?
Yeah.
So, between us, what's your favorite modification on the car?
I think it's the tune, because it shoots flames and it makes the car really go fast. But I mean, other than that, maybe the exhaust still, because it's titanium from Tomei. Okay. They make good quality exhausts, and I mean, it's just sounding the same.
Yeah, I would love to go for the Tomei with the Supra, but not in Germany.
Yeah, not in Germany, yeah, true.
So, yeah, that's so cool. From an owner perspective, is there anything that you say, hey, that's a nice effect by the car? Are there still a lot of people engaging with you because of that car? How's the effect on tuning meets?
Yeah, it is, especially when we drive, or when I drive through the city. A lot of people, they turn their heads, they didn't see the car before. A lot of people, they mistake it for an Opel. Yeah. So they often come to me and then they ask weird questions.
It looks similar to an old Vectra, isn't it?
Yeah, sometimes people tell me that, So it's sometimes funny. I have one story where a guy ran for 5 minutes behind my car and didn't notice him because I was driving in a 30-kilometer zone. Yeah. And he was running as fast as he could only to get me and to tell me that my car is great, and then we were talking.
Oh, so
there's
cool.
a few people out there that really love the car,
This is, I mean, this is something still, Germans are car crazy, full stop. Okay, so even if you're just a family father or you're an office worker and you don't really are into cars and you see a nice car, you're like, damn, that's so cool, right? All right, so another point I would really be interested in is, I mean, owning a GTR is not, I would say, the cheapest hobby, right?
Yeah, true.
So how do you manage to get all these parts and all these difficult to get parts if something breaks?
So to be honest, I was comparing it yesterday, and actually it's not that expensive to drive and maintain and also tune the Skyline. Okay. I mean, the car is fairly cheap nowadays. You can get them in Japan for 30,000, maybe 35. You get a clean grade 4B car. Yeah. And then when you start getting into the engine, of course, it will get expensive very quick. Yeah. When you go to maybe 500 or 600 horsepower, you can take some basic pistons, some rods, maybe upgrade the fuel system. But when it comes to 1,000 horsepower, for example, it's just getting crazy insane, because you have to import the parts from Australia, you have to get the parts from Japan, and then of course it gets insane when you go to the R34, having Z-Tune and all this expensive shit, but having this is just basic here. So getting an oil filter is 20 euros, getting an airflow meter is like 80 euros, so you can get the parts fairly cheap.
Last question, I mean, GTR, same like my Supra, they're born on the racetrack.
Yes, they are.
So do you go to racetrack days or time attack days as well?
I'm trying to in the next year.
Okay, cool.
That's my plan. I was on the racetrack this year for the first time at Reisplan. I did just casual cruising on the racetrack. I tried to get a fast lap, but unfortunately the car is not made for the track, it's made for the street. So my tires are not the greatest, and also the tune is not perfect. And it was very hot, so it overheated, and that's why I have another one.
Of course, he got another GTR.
I have another one, which is a V-spec one, a white one. And the funny thing is, they are actually both close to being brothers. The production number is basically the same. They're just 50 cars away from each other.
Wow.
So they were also produced in March '95. That's crazy. That's crazy. And I will build that for time attack and then race it in the upcoming year.
Yeah, that's so cool. That's so cool. Okay, so if you wanna have more content about your racetrack car, I mean, he has got a pretty awesome YouTube channel as well, and you're gonna make like time-lapse videos and how
yeah,
you built the
sort
car,
of different
right?
from
Yeah.
your style. Yes,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
focusing on the work of the car. Of course, I will feature my car as well, and then of course feature the time attack events, how to get there, what's important in Germany for racing time attack.
So I would suggest we're gonna go to a time attack event next year together.
Sure.
That would be so cool. I don't do the Supra there because I'm too scared. I mean, for me, racetrack. So I did race with motorbikes on the track. I know how speed can be, right? But on the other hand side, I have fear to waste the Supra on the racetrack, right?
Yeah,
so and that's
yeah.
that's
why I bought
my
the second one,
yes,
because I don't want to
absolutely.
crush this one.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, guys. So if you enjoyed today's vlog, if you enjoyed his car, check his YouTube video please out. Check his channel. Give a like and a subscription. It costs you nothing. And I really appreciate you for watching this vlog. And I catch you in the next one.